So let's see where it is on the world map. So that, hang on, what? But there's another route in. Is this because there was Sulker's Pass, which is a tough route. Then you've got. I'm guessing this is the primary pass. And there's 2 ways round. You're lying to me, Codex. There's 2 ways around. So you've got the north route, over the lake, and then under the lake. I know it's not actually under the lake, but south of the lake and north of the lake. I could understand maybe if it was there. I'm guessing what happened is they wrote the codex and then they drew the map. And so that was kind of separate, and then they just didn't change it. Which sounds a bit odd, because surely you do it the other way around. But couldn't they have moved that round here, moved Orzammar down, and have Sulker's Pass be over the north? So that would have made more sense, I think. I don't know. Or maybe it's protecting the route from kind of the village of Honleith. I don't know. Right, so we're going to have a chat with Thomas. I think we're going to take off people's hats. Oh, actually, I think that suits you. That sounded really weird. I prefer people having their hair out. I think they look better with their hair rather than the hat, kind of covering it up. I didn't realise that Gaheris was a fashionista. Let's pick some Deathroot. I'm not really even using it that much, am I? I could make Deathroot extract, but I'd need a few flasks. Ground sparkling, or is that just me? It might just be textures. We could leave. I don't think that's going to end well, knowing what I know. Thomas!
I thought I saw travellers coming down the road, though I scarcely believed it. Have you come to help us?
I'm on important business. I came to see Arleman.
The Arl? Then you don't know? Has nobody out there heard?
Well, we know he's ill. Yeah, I've heard Arleman is sick, if that's what you mean.
He could be dead for all we know. Nobody's heard from the castle in days. We're under attack. Monsters come out of the castle every night and attack us until dawn. Everyone's been fighting and dying.
Apparently everyone seems to agree that a blight is the perfect time to start killing each other. Marvellous, really.
We've no army to defend us. No Arl and no king to send us help. So many are dead. And those left are terrified they're next.
Hold on, what is this evil that's attacking you?
I don't rightly know. I'm sorry, nobody does. I should take you to Ban Tegan. He's all that's holding us together. He'll want to see you.
He was in the cutscene, wasn't he?
Arleman's brother. He's here.
Yes. It's not far, if you'll come with me.
The one cutscene. The one with Loghain and Honora. And he was complaining to Loghain. So he's a good man. She looks upset. She looks ill or dead.
It's Thomas, yes? And who are these people with you? They are obviously not simple travelers.
No, my lord. They just arrived, and I thought you would want to see them.
Well done, Thomas. Greetings, friends. My name is Tegan, Ban of Rainersphere, brother to the Arl.
I remember you, Ban Tegan. Though the last time we met, I was a lot younger and covered in mud.
Covered in mud? Alistair? You're alive!
How do you make that connection?
This is wonderful news.
Still alive, yes. Though not for long if Ten Loghain has anything to say about it.
Indeed. Loghain would have us believe all Grey Wardens died along with my nephew, amongst other things.
Your nephew... Well, if he's the brother of the Arl, and the Arl is the uncle of Kaelin, then he's also the uncle of Kaelin. So, yeah, I mean, that makes sense. So you don't believe Loghain, then?
What, that he pulled his men in order to save them? That Kaelin risked everything in the name of glory? Hardly. Loghain calls the Grey Wardens traitors, murderers of the king. I don't believe it. It is an act of a desperate man. So, you are a Grey Warden as well? Is it possible we've met? You seem very familiar.
Ooh. I don't think this happens in other ones. I mean, that is one of the reasons I kind of like the origin. I like the idea of the origins. I don't think they could probably be more implemented and be more intrinsic to the story, but then you've got to do what, 6 stories? It's quite a bit, especially with the length they are. But you get moments like this that kind of just go, oh yeah, by the way, this is your origin. I quite like that. So you may have known my father, he was turned Coastland. Yeah, we've never met. Well, we might not have done. We may have done, but he's probably met my father. Yeah, you may have known my father, turned Coastland.
Ah, yes, that's it, exactly. A pleasure to meet you indeed, though I wish it were under better circumstances.
Indeed.
You're here to see my brother. Unfortunately, that might be a problem. Eamon is gravely ill. No one has heard from the castle in days. No guards patrol the walls, and no one has responded to my shouts. The attack started a few nights ago. Evil things surged from the castle. We drove them back, but many perished during the assault.
What happened then? Why are you telling me this? Well, so we can help. What evil things are you talking about?
Some call them the walking dead. Decomposing corpses, returning to life with a hunger for human flesh.
Zombies.
They fit again the next night. Each night they come, with greater numbers. With Caelan dead and Loghain starting a war over the throne, no one responds to my urgent calls for help. I have a feeling tonight's assault will be the worst yet. Alistair, I hate to ask, but I desperately need the help of you and your friends.
It isn't just up to me. Though the Grey Wardens don't stand much chance against Loghain without Arl Eamon.
And there's the rub. We need to get Arl Eamon to side with us and treaty and etc. It's actually grammatically incorrect because etc. actually includes an and. Side issue, of course, will help.
How pointless to help these villagers fight an impossible battle. One would think we had enough to contend with elsewhere.
Thank you. Thank you. This means more to me than you can guess. Thomas, please tell Murdoch what transpired. Then return to your post.
Yes, my lord.
Now then, there is much to do before night falls. I put 2 men in charge of the defense outside. Murdoch, the village mayor, is outside the chantry. Sir Perth, one of Eamon's knights, is just up the cliff at the windmill, watching the castle. You may discuss with them the preparations for the coming battle.
I want to discuss the situation with you.
Of course.
Why are you in the chantry with the villagers?
Sir Perth insists. He wants me to be with the villagers, so everyone he needs to protect is in one place. I don't mind, to be honest. The point of all this is to protect the villagers, and I can do that best here. This is the last line of defense, should things go amiss.
Do you need more men in here with you? Should things go amiss? We'll go with that one.
Should the monsters find their way in. I would prefer not to fight in the chantry, but if they come, then so must it be. We could bring some men in to stand beside me, but I'd rather keep the monsters away from the villagers if possible.
Right. So we've asked him what the things are. What happens when the battle is done?
Hopefully we can find the source and stop it before it causes any more damage. With luck, we'll also find Eamon and be able to help him.
I should get back to work.
Very well. Luck be with you, my friend.
Morrigan disapproves. Of course she does. You and me are not going to get on in Redcliffe. There'll be a few things I do that will just irritate Morrigan. It's one of the reasons I often side with I often pick someone else who you can probably guess.
Let us pray.
I mean, she's basically...
Blessed art thou who exists in the Maker's sight. Blessed art thou who seeks his forgiveness. Blessed art thou who seeks
Okay.
his return. Blessed is the prophetess, his daughter, sacrificed to the holy.
Yes.
Your parents would want
the
that.
Maker's ears.
We
and tell
need you
him
here
of
to
our
protect
contrition.
the rest of us. Yes,
I guess I can do that.
there's a good lad. In the morning, we'll look for your parents. In the morning.
Alright. I probably missed what Mother Hannah was saying. Oh well. I just saw the books. Read a codex. Myself, the things that I will do, as much as my character, will irritate Morrigan, and Morrigan will disapprove, and everyone will be sad. Pile of books. The founding of the Chantry. Oops, I'm walking through children there. Right. The founding of the Chantry. Cordelius Dracon, king of the city-state of Orlais, was a man of uncommon ambition. In the year -15 ancient... Guessing that's not accurate. Oh, it might be actually, because it goes to -3. The young king began construction of a great temple dedicated to the Maker, and declared that by its completion he would not only have united the warring states of the south, he would have brought Andrastian belief to the world. In -3 ancient, the temple was completed. There, in its heart, Dracon knelt before the eternal flame of Andraste and was crowned ruler of the Empire of Orlais. His first act as emperor to declare the Chantry as the established Andrastian religion of the empire. It took 3 years and several hundred votes before Olesa of Montsimard was elected to lead the new Chantry. Upon her coronation as divine, she took the name Justinia in honour of the disciple who recorded Andraste's songs. In that moment, the ancient era ended and the divine age began. You think the character is probably Alistair. Yeah. Isolde's suspicions were unfounded, however. Alistair was not Aemon's son, but King Marek's. Aemon sheltered the boy to hide his existence from Queen Rowan, Aemon's sister. Right. Oh, I can't interact with the pile of books. And I'm guessing you're going to be...
I'm scared, Mother. When are the bad men coming?
Soon, darling. Don't worry. Everything will be alright.
Eep.
I want to go home. Where's Father? Why can't we go home?
This is going to be an interesting one, considering Honleith.
Outside, defending the village from the bad men. We must stay here and be brave. Can we do that?
I guess so.
Demonic possession. This could be interesting. With what happened with Amalia. Brain, can't remember. Why do demons seek to possess the living? History claims they are malevolent spirits, the first children of the Maker, angry at their creator for turning from them and jealous of those creations he considered superior. They stared across the veil at the living and do not understand what they see, yet they know they crave it. They desire life. They pull the living across the veil when they sleep and prey on their psyche with nightmares. Whenever they can, they cross the veil into our world to possess it outright. We know that any demon will seek to possess a mage, and upon doing so will create an abomination. Most of the world does not know, however, that the strength of abomination depends entirely on the power of the demon that possesses the mage. This is true, in fact, of all possessed creatures. One demon is not the same as any other. Demons can, for instance, be classified. Enchanter Brahm's categorization of demons into that portion of the psyche they primarily prey upon has held since the Tower Age. According to Brahm, the weakest and most common of demons are those of rage. They are the least intelligent and most prone to violent outbursts against anything living. They expend their energies quickly, the most powerful of them exhibiting great strength and occasionally the ability to generate fire. Yeah, we fought them with the demon who was possessing Amalia. Next are the demons of hunger. In a living host they become cannibals and vampires, and within the dead they feed upon the living. Theirs are the powers of draining both of life force and of mana. Next are the demons of sloth, the first on Brahm's scale that are capable of true intelligence. In its true form, this demon is known as a shade, a thing which is nearly indistinct and invisible. For such is sloth's nature. It hides and stalks, unaware, and when confronted, it sows fatigue and apathy. Demons of desire are amongst the most powerful, and are the ones most likely to seek out the living, and actively trick them into a deal. Oh, so that's maybe what it was, a desire demon, because she was trying to get us to make a deal. These demons will exploit anything that can be coveted. Wealth, power, lust, a golem, maybe. And they will always end up getting far more than they give. A desire demon's province is that of illusions and mind control. That's what she... Well, yeah, because she was mind controlling Amalia. Strongest of all demons are those of pride. These are the most feared creatures to loose upon the world, masters of magic and in possession of vast intellect. They are the true schemers. It is they who seek most strongly to possess mages, and will bring other demons across the veil in numbers to achieve their own ends. Although what that might be has never been discovered. A greater pride demon brought across the veil would threaten the entire world. And you wonder why mages are feared. Right. Then again, I doubt Amalia was a mage. Then again, her dad, I think her dad may have been the way he deactivated the shield, so... Can they only possess mages? Interesting thought.